While the number of defeats is encouraging in this unbeaten run, the level of excitement and certainly entertainment isn't. 7 games played, 4 goals scored and 2 conceded for Stoke City. Some have harked back to the binary season under Tony Pulis, but there was never more than one goalless game in a row that campaign. Either way, the football we are watching may be pragmatic, but it is dull. That's about the only thing you'll get consensus on amongst Stoke fans about at the moment. Ask us if we think the team's going in the right direction and you'll get a range of responses from still regressing through to this tankers on the turn. Another thing we can't agree on is which players should stay and be given a chance by Nathan Jones next season. Ince, McLean, Woods, Afobe, Adam and even Shawcross, you will get different answers from different supporters backing or sacking any of these. James McLean cuts in from the right wing as Stoke take on Reading. Image, Leanne Bagnall. Admittedly there's consensus on the likes of Mbula and Wimmer, but that's like asking your maiden aunt if she would like another quality street. There's disagreement on style, midfield configuration, tactics, whether Jack Butland's kicking has improved, if it's 1 or 3 transfer windows Jones needs to get the squad sorted out, and the big one, should you renew your season ticket? We must be just about the most conflicted bunch of misery guts in the nation. It's arguably worse at the moment than it was when we were fighting relegation, as at least there was a level of solidarity in that adversity. Instead, now we have disinterest as evidenced by the huge gaps in the stands for the visit of Reading. The club might have sold 24,368 tickets, but plenty didn't show up. Drenched Nathan Jones gesticulates from the sidelines as Stoke draw with Reading. Image, Leanne Bagnall. After Saturday's 4-draw, much of the consternation and online conversation revolved around the recent trend of not putting the team lists up on the big screens, thus denying the supporters the opportunity of knowing the names of the opposing team that we were signally failing to get the better of. That's how desperate we have become for something to keep us entertained in recent weeks. There's so much missing from the current performances, not just goals but endeavour, skill and nous. While good points were earned at Derby and Queen's Park Rangers, in the circumstances, away draws are only of benefit for teams with ambitions of doing well over a season if they are followed by home wins over relegation candidates. Instead, we had 2 slightly inaccurate shots which hit the woodwork and 2 powder puff efforts which their keeper saved. That was your lot for excitement. Okay, the elements weren't in anyone's favour, but there were great times in recent memory when Stoke teams relished the weather down at Trentham Lakes and used it to their advantage. Whatever happened to, can the opposition do it on a wet Tuesday at Stoke? Those days are long gone. Thibodeau Verlinden drops a shoulder on his Stoke City debut. Image, Leanne Bagnall. There was one bright spark to lighten your step amid Saturday's a dull fare. The debut performance of Thibodeau Verlinden had a lot to commend it. He twisted and turned, got into the 6-yard box a couple of times to try to actually score a goal and often put his teammates to shame with his work ethic. He's got plenty to learn on the defensive side of the game, but he did really well against a decent and very athletic right back. It was a very good debut and he deserved his standing ovation when he was substituted and being announced as man of the match. At 19, he is one for the future, although he could well be a regular next season. And he is certainly someone that at the moment we can all agree on. He carries our hopes for a brighter 2019-20 season, and with more performances like that will quickly become a Stoke favourite. As for the others, I've got some paint drying in my utility room which needs watching. For all your latest Stoke City news, opinion, analysis and transfer gossip, click here.